welcome home, welcome back. And if it's your first time here, welcome to you. So today I'm sharing something that I wrote from yesterday. So kahapon, I wrote about the day before. Ang gulo. Basahin ko na lang. So it says, yesterday, I felt quite accomplished simply by doing the most basic tasks, such as bathing my baby, cleaning the room, cooking a meal, and teaching my class. I've grown to appreciate the mundane, affirming that doing my immediate responsibilities are part of my calling. I realize how perspective changes everything. What could possibly be frustrating could be the very same thing that makes you feel fulfilled, depending on how you look at it. Instead of despising the ordinary, I'm learning to embrace it and appreciate how God is using it to achieve His extraordinary purpose. And sometimes as homemakers, we get so caught up in the day-to-day, diba? That we think na parang walang nangyayari, nothing is happening, or that we are not doing anything or achieving anything in life. Kasi nga, nasa bahay lang tayo, and we're doing all these things na parang napaka-ordinary. Parang yun nga, it's not impressive. Kung gagawa ka ng resume, kung anong ginagawa mo, mag-aalaga ng bata, naglalaba, naglilinis, nagluluto, and just taking care of the home, the family. Parang pag tingnan mo, parang hindi, sometimes I don't know kung ito din yung impression ninyo sometimes of what we do as homemakers, but sometimes I feel like what I'm doing is not as impressive on paper compared to what I used to do when I was single. But I thank God because He rebuked me. He rebuked this thought, and He gave me this encouragement in my heart na what I do for my family is also my service to Him. What I do in the home is also, a ministry that I do for His kingdom. That as I pour out my life to my husband, my child, I'm impacting their lives, and that's my ministry to God and my ministry to them. So if you look at it that way, it makes much more sense na kahit na minsan parang paulit-ulit na lang yung ginagawa natin bilang mga may bahay. But it makes much more sense when you look at the ordinary in light of eternity. Na binubuhos mo yung buhay mo sa buhay ng mga taong ito, ng pamilya mo. And they will be nurtured by what we do. Not only, especially sa mga anak natin, even these little things are part of discipleship. Na yung paglilingkod ko sa anak ko, God is also using that to nurture this child. And as I nurture him, I'm building on our relationship so that when time comes that he understands the gospel, he will look at my service as also an expression of God's love to him. Makes sense? Somehow it's making sense to me. Although, sometimes you get also bored. I also get bored na parang paulit-ulit na yung ginagawa ko. I thank God that I have the opportunity to work from home. But, minsan, I also question if may kabuluhan ba yung ginagawa ko. But thank God He answered me. Yes, because He has a purpose greater than our feelings. He has a purpose greater than what we can see right now. He has a purpose in light of eternity. And, sometimes, well, most of the time for me, at least for me, I'm mostly, not always naman, mostly short-sighted. I can only, see the now, yung feelings ko. But, thank God because He is reminding me that whatever I offer Him, no matter how little or simple I think it is, kapag inalay ko yun sa Kanya, He could do something from that. He could do a beautiful thing, an extraordinary thing, kahit sa mga napaka-ordinaryong bagay na ginagawa ko araw-araw. Katulad niyan, umiiyak ng anak ko, so papadedein ko na at aking i-comfort. So, part of our calling. So, ayun nga. What spoke to me was even my immediate responsibilities. They are part of what God has called me to do. Yeah? As I pour out my service for this little boy, God will also pour out His blessing and favor for this child. Yeah? So, kung ikaw ay isang homemaker, kagaya ko, isang nanay, isang asawa, take heart and know that God is with you. Sometimes maybe we could feel lonely because of, the growing responsibilities that we have in the home. Sumisilip. But remember that as you do that, as you stay faithful to what God has called you to do, especially in this season, maybe God is with you. He has not forgotten you, and your labor in the Lord is never in vain. Okay? So, don't forget that, Faith Mom. Let us continue mothering by faith. Yes, baby. And if you want to hear more about, how I shared about embracing the calling and purpose of God in your life, baka gusto mong makinig sa Spotify, Faith Mom. And I talk more about that on that podcast. So, ilink ko na lang below. Yeah. Kayo din naman, share what God is teaching you as a homemaker or as a mother, as a wife, or just kung asang season ka. If you're also a working mom, maybe you could also share with us what God is teaching you and how God is affirming you in what you are doing right now in your life. And kung hindi naman, share mo lang din. It would bless us and teach us as well. So, yeah, have a blessed week, day, or night, kung anong oras mo man pinapanood ito. And I hope to see you again soon here on our channel. Yeah, bye-bye! Kari, bye-bye! Silip ka na lang. Bye-bye!